Peace, y'all. This is the Black Swan. Welcome to Mystical Illuminations. This is going to be Black Swan's Sunday service, Sunday sermon, excuse me. Um, and today is going to be about discipline and how Taurus season is establishing discipline in our lives, okay? So we're here in Taurus season, y'all, where, the goods, the things are ours for the taking, okay? That Venusian, okay, that Venusian um, power center, that resource dependent, function. This is the season that we're in, Um, it's a very, very clingy season. It's a time where we want to really cling to our habits, where we're going to want to cling to certain stabilities, okay? Taurus, the second house, deals with attachments and it deals with, um, where we find confidence in the things that we can measure and that we can feel and interact with, okay? The earth, okay? We find confidence in the earth. We find joy in the earth because the joy reaps and births fruit for us, right? But see, the thing about the earth is we have to be able to till the earth and cultivate the earth and uh, become disciples of the earth. So this is the thing about Taurus season. We know that the Hierophant card corresponds with the sign of Taurus, right? Why does the Hierophant card correspond with the sign of Taurus? Because the Hierophant is all about discipline and patience, discipline and patience in a practice or religion or tradition, some type of culture or way of life. So, the Hierophant is the gatekeeper. And so when you're talking about these fixed signs, you're talking about gates, you're talking about holding places, you're talking about spaces that you enter in where there's a code word. When you're dealing with Aquarius energy, you're talking about clubs, groups, you're talking about the gym, you're talking about church, okay? You're talking about different nations, you know what I'm saying? Understanding languages, so this is a time to really get us disciplined in a certain language, discipline, a philosophy, a doctrine, so that we can truly remain grounded and stable through this fight. This Taurus season is not just about reaping the lush rewards of money, pleasure, sex, relationships, your soulmate, whatever. It's gonna include all those things, but all those things are a byproduct of the purposeful walk and action that you're walking and disciplined in, meaning that there has to be some value. You have to have value at this time. You have to be truthful and authentic at this time in order for your value to shine through. So, Taurus season is helping to get us stabilized enough to become more disciplined, whether that's meditation, whether that's yoga, whether that's, saving up for the future, saving up for a project. This is going to require discipline, and the fruits bear themselves, right? But we have to understand how to use them, how to take care of them, how to nurture them in a way that's going to bring fruition, right? And so I feel like that's very important. With the square that the Taurian energy is making to Aquarius with the big bosses Jupiter and Saturn is really helping us to really lock in that discipline. My last post that I posted on my IG at the Black Swan 999, I put up a scripture from the Bible, 2 Corinthians, which basically said the old things have passed away. Behold, the new springs forth. And let me tell you something. It really, really helps to get in that Bible. That Bible has secrets and messages that once you unlock the meaning of them, you can use them to, create a lifestyle for yourself, understand how to live, understand how to get through this war that we're all in right now here on Earth. Um, it's about powers and principalities seen and unseen. So yeah, Taurus season, discipline, okay? Being patient through the work, okay? Understanding that yes, you have this thing, you have this possession, but how are you going to honor this? Gratitude. How are you going to, flourish in this thing? It's going to take discipline. It's going to take consistency. It's going to take understanding that everything is not as it seems in the moment. So we cannot cling, to old meaning. This is going to require discipline for us to upgrade our sensory perception and awareness so that we can embody a higher frequency. That is the thing about Saturn and Jupiter. Saturn and Jupiter is up in the heavens, in the highest of heights. So it's like we have to see things from a higher perspective, see all this restrictive energy of Saturn as a tool and as a gateway for higher consciousness, and like figure out how to play the game in our own way and stay in our lane. This is going to require discipline, knowledge of self, understanding what you have, what physical modalities you have at your disposal. Discipline and patience is required. So I'm going to pull from the Moonology deck. We're coming up on this full moon in Scorpio. All right. Okay, right now we have full moon in Libra, and the moon is in Libra right now. Okay, so wow. That's hilarious. So yeah, full moon in Libra. Okay, so what can I say? I feel like this card coming out is corresponding with the energy of understanding relationships in a way that is useful to this season that we are in. We're coming to a season where relationships are coming to a close. Certain secrets, certain certain feelings regarding our relationships are coming to the surface to be pulled out, and so this card says a win-win outcome is forecast. So, I feel like this is a time right now to really sit in expectation, like something here about the past and karma, and understanding that, like, we don't live forever. You know what I'm saying? We don't live forever. So like, I feel like there's a lot of harmony with this card. This is bringing in a lot of love and understanding and respect for everything. Okay, we're talking about Libra here, but we're not just talking about one-on-one relationships. We're talking about relationship to everything. This is helping us to find our place when it comes to how we need to take action in our day-to-day lives. This is helping us to compartmentalize and understand our relationships in a deeper way, in a more spiritual way, understanding that every connection is important. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is going to help us. This is going to require discipline. We're really going to it's really going to require discipline to build bridges in relationships, patience with others. Libra is the social sign, right? So this is like about peace and harmony. When it says a win-win outcome is forecast, this is talking about harmony. This is talking about putting to rest any cases, maybe possibly for anybody here, any court cases where we are talking about the George Floyd case, the Derek Chauvin, that's coming through right now. So I think that we're understanding greater balance, we're understanding greater harmony, and this is going to require us to cultivate deeper discipline and deeper character through that discipline. This discipline is about our character. So we're all being moved into a space of restriction and contraction so that we can birth the new earth and cultivate it. So the full moon in Libra card is bringing up our hearts and like understanding our heart's true desire at this time, after we shed away all the other wacky, tacky, toxic stuff, is understanding truth, true balance, understanding what true spirituality is, true relationships will bring into our lives, what that's supposed to mean, and how we can mobilize based off of that principle. Hope this made sense to y'all. Thank you, Mystical Illumination. Shout out to the team. I love y'all. You guys have been doing such a great job. I want to say peace and blessings. Ashe, ashe.